The iPhone 17 Pro is all over the news, but not for the reasons you'd expect. A new leak suggests a surprising design change, and people are divided. Some are excited, while others aren't so sure. So what's really going on? Let's break it down. For months, there have been rumors that Apple is planning a big redesign for the iPhone 17 Pro's camera. Some leaks suggested a horizontal camera bar, similar to what we see on Google's Pixel phones. But now, a new image suggests something slightly different. While the camera module will still stretch across the back, Apple might keep its usual triangular lens arrangement. This means the lenses won't be in a straight line, but will sit in a familiar layout inside the new bar. In addition to the three cameras, the LED flash, microphone, and LiDAR scanner will be stacked vertically at one end of the module. This change could give the iPhone 17 Pro a distinct two-tone look, making it stand out from previous models. A recently leaked case design appears to confirm this setup, and it's already sparking debates. Not everyone is happy about the change. Some Apple fans were hoping for something entirely new, but with more images surfacing, it's looking increasingly likely that this design is real. Of course, Apple has a history of making bold design choices that initially spark backlash, like the notch on the iPhone X and the dynamic island on recent models. Over time, people tend to get used to these changes, but if you were hoping for a completely fresh look, this might not be the news you wanted. Adding to the confusion, well-known tech insider Majin Buu has shared another image showing a taller camera bar, which has led to even more speculation. Meanwhile, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has suggested that this design could be based on fake leaks, meaning Apple may not actually be planning this change at all. With conflicting reports, real design remains a mystery. So what about the front of the iPhone 17 Pro? According to reports, Apple isn't making any major changes here. The dynamic island is expected to stay the same size, meaning the front of the phone will likely look similar to the iPhone 16 Pro. There's also some uncertainty about the materials Apple will use. Some early reports claim the iPhone 17 Pro feels noticeably lighter when held, leading to speculation that Apple might replace the titanium frame with aluminum. While this would make the phone lighter, it could also take away the premium feel that titanium brought to the iPhone 15 Pro models. If true, Apple will have to find a way to maintain that high-end feel while improving weight distribution. Now, let's talk about the cameras. Some leaks suggest that all four cameras, the three on the back and the selfie camera, will get upgraded to 48 megapixels. If this turns out to be true, it would be a huge jump in image quality, making the iPhone 17 Pro one of the best camera phones available. Inside, the iPhone 17 Pro is expected to feature Apple's next-generation A19 chip, built using TSMC's latest 3nm process. This should lead to even better performance and efficiency, keeping Apple ahead of the competition. So, what's the takeaway? Right now, the iPhone 17 Pro's design is still uncertain. Some leaks suggest Apple is making a major change with a horizontal camera bar, while others say it's all a misunderstanding. Samsung has been facing a lot of criticism recently due to the significant delay in rolling out the One UI 7.0 update for older Galaxy phones. This delay, which has already stretched to 4 months, has left many users frustrated and concerned about the future of Samsung's software updates. However, there might be a silver lining on the horizon. Despite the setbacks with One UI 7.0, Samsung could still manage to release One UI 8.0 on time, according to new information from a reliable source. The delay in One UI 7.0 had many, including some of us at Sammobile, worried that it might have a domino effect, pushing back the release of One UI 8.0 as well. After all, if Samsung is struggling to deliver the current update, it's reasonable to assume that the next one could face similar delays. But according to initial information shared by the well-known tipster Ice Universe at Universities, One UI 8.0 might arrive sooner than expected. While the tipster didn't provide an exact release timeline, this suggests that Samsung could avoid the same 4 to 6 month delay that plagued One UI 7.0 after the stable release of its base Android version. Google is planning to release the stable version of Android 16, the foundation for One UI 8.0, in late Q2 2025. If Samsung stays on track, we could see One UI 8.0 rolling out sometime in Q3 2025. This would be a significant improvement over the current situation with One UI 7.0, which has left many Galaxy users waiting far longer than anticipated. Of course, this is all based on early information, and there's always the possibility of last-minute delays. But for now, it's a promising sign that Samsung is working to get back on schedule with its software updates. Now let's talk about what Android 16, the operating system that One UI 8.0 will be based on, brings to the table. Google has packed a lot of exciting new features into this update, many of which will likely be integrated into Samsung's One UI 8.0. One of the standout additions is a centralized photo picker for all apps. This feature will make it easier for users to manage and share photos across different applications, streamlining the process and improving the overall user experience. Another major improvement is the introduction of health records, which will allow users to store and access their medical information directly on their devices. This could be a game changer for those who rely on their smartphones to manage their health data. Additionally, Android 16 brings enhanced audio sharing capabilities using Bluetooth LE audio, making it easier to share audio with multiple devices simultaneously. This could be particularly useful for group listening scenarios, such as watching a movie with friends or family. For those who use foldable phones or tablets, Android 16 offers better support for these devices with improvements to how apps are displayed and function on larger, more versatile screens. This is great news for Samsung, given its strong focus on foldable technology. The update also includes better support for vertical text, which could be a boon for users who frequently work with languages that use vertical writing systems such as Japanese or Chinese. Have you ever taken a photo only to find strange lines ruining the shot? That's exactly what's frustrating Samsung Galaxy S25 users right now. Many have reported an issue where their photos show unwanted horizontal or vertical lines, especially in low light settings. This problem, known as banding, makes images look unnatural and has become a major complaint on Reddit and Samsung forums. Even the high-end Galaxy S25 Ultra, with its impressive 200-megapixel camera, isn't safe from this issue. Users have noticed that when they capture images in night mode, the photos sometimes develop light or dark streaks. Some describe them as thick, discolored lines appearing under strong lighting or high contrast. Interestingly, these lines don't show up when using expert RAW mode or third-party camera apps, which suggests that the problem is tied to Samsung's image processing rather than a hardware defect. One of the first reports of this issue came from a Galaxy S25 user who shared their experience online. They noticed that in certain photos, a thick line with a different color appeared quite often. This raised concerns about whether the issue was caused by software or hardware. Many other users confirmed experiencing the same glitch and became clear that this wasn't an isolated problem. Tech reviewers have tested different ways to reduce the banding, and one solution seems to work for some users. Setting the shutter speed to 30 seconds in Pro mode has been effective in removing the white bands. Another user suggested reducing the intensity of post-processing by setting it to medium, but this fix doesn't work for everyone. The good news is that Samsung has acknowledged the problem and is working on a fix. A company spokesperson confirmed that an update is rolling out this week to address various camera issues, including image stabilization and post-processing adjustments. However, it's still unclear whether this update will completely eliminate the banding problem or if further improvements will be needed. It's common for newly released smartphones to have software bugs, and most of them get fixed through updates over time. The Galaxy S25's banding issue doesn't seem to affect every unit, but it's frustrating for those who have encountered it. What's reassuring is that Samsung has acted quickly to resolve the matter, rather than leaving users in the dark. Interestingly, some Galaxy S25 users have also reported overheating issues, although there's no confirmation yet on whether the latest update will fix this problem as well. The device has only been out for a week, and two major issues have already surfaced. While Samsung has been quick to address the camera glitch, users are still waiting to see if overheating is also on their radar. Despite these early setbacks, Samsung's quick response shows that they are committed to improving the user experience. Software updates are an essential part of modern smartphones, and manufacturers often fine-tune features based on real-world usage. The big question is, should Samsung have caught this issue before launch? Some users feel that a flagship device should not have such noticeable bugs at release, while others understand that no phone is perfect on day one. What's your take? Should Samsung have done better testing, or is this just part of the usual early release experience? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates.